What's up, Lorehounds? iTZKooPA here in the Cryptozoic booth. I'm here with Matt Hyra, their R&D guy. We're actually checking out the latest from them. It comes out, I think, next week, 3012?
Couple weeks from now, yes indeed.
So what's the story behind this? Obviously, we're set in the future, yet we're seeing fantasy-type elements.
That's true. Yeah, this is 3012, so it is 1,000 years after the apocalypse that we're all looking forward to this December. Basically, society has mutated, degenerated, and then segregated into 5 different clans situated in the Yucatan Peninsula. So it's kind of a Mayan influence because of the whole Mayan influence of the 2012 apocalypse. So we have 5 different clans. There's the Gar clan, Snake clan, Jaguar clan, Monkey clan, and the Bat clan. You play the game as one of those heroes of your clan, and you are trying to dominate the region and lord over all the other clans.
So that basically makes us the chieftain that we choose in the beginning, and that kind of changes our strategy as we go through?
That is correct, yeah. Each of the different races has weapons and certain allies that they will want to get into their decks. It's a deck building game. So as you go, you will turn the scouts that you start with into bigger and better allies and weapons and equip your hero. You also get to level up your hero. So that's all part of the process of building up your deck, building up your presence.
Yeah, you guys have a couple of differences I haven't really seen in deck building, which I've been a big fan of, especially recently. One is you just mentioned your heroes actually level up through here, and that's through your encounters.
Right, right. The encounters are how you gain the victory points, which are called renown in this game. Almost all the victory points you're going to get are from encounters. Now, when you go on an encounter, there's 4 different levels of encounter, which are worth certain amounts of victory points, 1, 2, 3, or 4. But the difficulty of the encounter goes up as the victory points go up. When you actually do successfully go on an encounter, you get to level up your hero, and any other players can interact with you during that combat.
So there's a bit of PvP in the PvE in the PvP encounters?
Right, so there is that interaction, kind of a PvP thing like you say. When you send your hero on an encounter, the other players can decide to aid you or block you. If they aid you and you're successful, you all share in the experience, and that will level up your hero. But if the blockers are successful in blocking you, they will steal that experience away from you, and you don't gain that card. So in that way, a lot of interaction, which other deck building games don't have.
Oh wow, so you got a whole lot of bluffing and kind of, you know, trying to feel people out to see what they have going on throughout the gameplay to get up to these encounters.
That's true. As when you're deciding to go on an encounter, you don't want to give away too much about how much power you have. If people think you're weak, they will block you. If they think you're strong, they will probably aid you. So if you are weak, you might want to act strong, and that way they'll aid you, and maybe that aid puts you over the top.
What are some of the other big differences you have over other deck building games? Because I mean, we see the board layout here. It's a bit different than most other games.
That's true. There's always two rows of items that you'll have access to. There are allies and there are weapons, and you equip weapons to your hero or to allies, and allies are also good for combat as well. In addition, there's a variable deck, two actually, one with low-cost cards and one with high-cost cards. But the big difference about this game is the cards that come up on the variable decks, you get to play those cards as if you had them in your hand. So it is always going to be a different turn, and even the very first turn of the game, something exciting could happen, because those are gifts from the gods, and you never know what you're going to get.
It's almost like forcing blinds in a poker table, you know, to get the action started.
Well, that's true, that's true. Not only that, so you can play them whenever you want, and you can even buy them during your turn. Now, another unique thing about the game is when you don't spend all of your resources for the turn, your gold, you can actually gain gold tokens, so convert temporary currency into hard currency. In addition, you can reserve a card, so if you really don't have the gold you need, you can pull a card off of one of the action stacks, put one of your gold tokens on it, and actually wait and just buy that card at another time, and no one else can touch it while it's in your reserve.
So it's basically a layaway system?
That is right. It is a layaway, and the gold token you put on it actually reduces the cost in the future, so you pay the difference.
I mean, the deck building game is great. We did a demo. It's very different, and yet you're constantly doing battle with each other, and then also using the action cards that you're just given up front to start or feint, or just so many different possibilities. So 3012, when does it actually come out?
I don't know the exact date, but it looks like about the end of September, and it's going to be good.
Thanks so much, Matt.
Alrighty, thank you.